Hi, I'm Julia. 3 years ago, I married the love of my life, Richard, and I thought I was getting a fairy tale ending. Turns out I was just getting started on the most bizarre chapter of my life. You look stunning, sweetheart, Richard said, adjusting his tie in our bedroom mirror. Mom and Dad are going to love having you at the club today. Are you sure? I smoothed down my navy dress. Your mom seemed pretty hesitant when you mentioned it last week. She was just surprised, that's all. She's been wanting to introduce you to her friends properly. I wanted to believe him. Richard always saw the best in everyone, especially his parents. Me? I'd learned to read between the lines during our Sunday dinners at their estate. When we pulled up to Westbridge Country Club, my stomach twisted. The building screamed old money, white columns, manicured gardens, and valets in pressed uniforms. Mr. Hastings, Mrs. Hastings. The doorman nodded as we entered. Patricia and Gerald were waiting in the foyer. Patricia wore pearls and a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Julia, dear. She air-kissed both my cheeks. Don't you look appropriate? Thanks, Patricia. This place is beautiful. Yes, well, our family has been members since 1947. She linked her arm through mine, leading me toward the dining room. Come. There are so many people who are just dying to meet Richard's wife. Something in her tone made my skin crawl, but I plastered on a smile. The dining room buzzed with conversation. Patricia guided me to a table where 4 women sat, their jewelry probably worth more than my car. Ladies! Ladies! Patricia's voice carried across the room. I want you to meet my daughter-in-law, Julia. How lovely, a blonde woman said. Patricia, you must be so proud. Oh, I am. I truly am. Patricia squeezed my shoulder. You know, Julia has such an interesting background. She's very hardworking. That's wonderful, another woman chimed in. Yes, she actually used to clean houses professionally. Isn't that quaint? Patricia's voice rang out clearly. Before Richard met her, she was scrubbing toilets and mopping floors for people like us. The table went silent. I felt the blood drain from my face. Mom! Richard stepped forward, but Patricia continued. I think it's admirable, really, pulling herself up by her bootstraps. Of course, she doesn't need to work anymore now that she's married into our family. Patricia, Gerald murmured, but she waved him off. What? I'm complimenting her work ethic. We should all appreciate the service industry more, shouldn't we, ladies? I stood up, my hands shaking. Excuse me, I need some air. I practically ran to the bathroom, my heels clicking on marble floors. Inside, I gripped the sink, forcing myself to breathe. The door opened. A woman in her 50s with kind eyes entered. Are you okay, honey? I'm fine. Just needed a moment. I'm Sarah Mitchell. I've been a member here for 20 years, and I've seen Patricia pull stunts, but that was cruel even for her. She's done this before? Different targets, same game. She humiliated Richard's first girlfriend so badly the poor girl moved to another state. Why would she do this? Control. Patricia Hastings doesn't think anyone is good enough for her precious son. But you know what? I started as a secretary. My husband was a mechanic. We built our business from nothing. There's no shame in honest work. Thank you. That means a lot. Don't let her win, Julia. Women like Patricia count on you being too embarrassed to fight back. I straightened my dress and walked out with my head high. Richard was arguing with his mother in hushed tones near the entrance. Completely inappropriate, Mother. I was simply being honest, Richard. If she's ashamed of her past... I'm not ashamed, I interrupted. But I am done with lunch. Richard, I'm leaving. You can stay or come with me. Your choice. He didn't hesitate. I'm coming with you. As we walked to the car, I heard Patricia call out, Julia, don't be so sensitive. In the car, Richard took my hand. I am so sorry. I had no idea she would... She planned it. Every word was calculated. What do you mean? Your mom wants me gone, Richard. And I think it's time I found out exactly how far she's willing to go. Monica arrived at my house within an hour of my text. My best friend since college, she'd never trusted Patricia. I knew that woman was poison, Monica said, pouring wine in my kitchen. Tell me everything. I recounted the country club incident, including my conversation with Sarah Mitchell. Wait, Richard had a previous girlfriend his mom drove away? Apparently. Richard never mentioned her. Because he probably doesn't know the full story. Julia, you need to investigate this. How? Start with Richard. Ask him directly. When Richard came home, I was ready. We need to talk about Emma. He froze. How do you know about Emma? So there was an Emma. Why didn't you tell me your mom sabotaged that relationship too? It wasn't like that. Emma and I just grew apart. Richard, sit down. Tell me the truth. He sighed, sinking onto the couch. We dated for 2 years in college. I was crazy about her. She was from a working-class family. Her dad was a plumber, her mom was a nurse. Like my background. Yeah, Mom invited her to a charity gala. In front of everyone, she announced that Emma's parents did manual labor and asked if Emma had considered marrying up as a career strategy. Jesus, Richard. Emma broke up with me that night. Said she couldn't be part of a family that treated her like she was beneath them. I was 22 and stupid. I believed my mom when she said Emma just wasn't strong enough for our lifestyle. And now? Now I see the pattern. I'm sorry, Julia. I should have warned you. I should have protected you. The next day, Monica and I drove to Sarah Mitchell's address. She'd given me her card at the country club. Sarah welcomed us into her elegant home. I'm glad you reached out. You said Patricia has done this before. Can you give me specifics? Well, there was Emma, as you know. Then there was Richard's college roommate, Marcus. He got engaged to Patricia's niece. Patricia spread rumors that Marcus was cheating. Completely false, but it destroyed the engagement. Why isn't anyone stopping her? Because Gerald won't stand up to her, and the country club board is mostly her friends. Patricia donates heavily to keep her influence. Monica leaned forward. What would it take to actually challenge her? Evidence, multiple witnesses, something undeniable. What if we could get her to do something worse? I asked. Something she couldn't spin or hide. Sarah studied me. That's risky, Julia. If Patricia feels cornered, she might escalate. Let her. I'm tired of being nice. Over the next week, I made calls. I found Emma through social media and called her. Hello? Emma, my name is Julia Hastings. I'm married to Richard. Silence. Then, oh my God. Did Patricia? Yes, country club, public humiliation, the whole production? I'm so sorry. Is Richard okay? He's horrified. Emma, I need to ask you something. Did Patricia ever threaten you directly? She told me I was embarrassing the family and I should leave before she made my life miserable. Then suddenly my scholarship paperwork got lost and I had to drop out for a semester. I could never prove anything, but you knew. Yeah, I knew. Julia, be careful. That woman is vindictive. I called Marcus next. He confirmed similar experiences. Subtle sabotage, public humiliation, threats veiled as concern. When Richard came home, I had evidence spread across our dining table. Julia, what is all this? Your mother's greatest hits. Emma, Marcus, 2 other people I tracked down. She's been doing this for years, Richard. He stared at the documents, phone records, printed social media messages. I can't believe. I mean, I knew she was difficult, but this is systematic, calculated, abusive. What do you want to do? I want to confront her, properly, with witnesses. She'll deny everything. Not if we make her angry enough to slip up. Your mom's weakness is her pride, Richard. She thinks she's untouchable. Monica, who'd been sitting quietly, spoke up. What if we set up another country club meeting? Public place? Witnesses? Cameras everywhere? That's actually brilliant, Sarah said on speakerphone. I'd called her to join our planning. I can arrange a charity luncheon. Patricia never misses those. Richard looked at me. Are you sure about this? Once we do this, there's no going back. I'm sure. Your mom's been hurting people for years. It's time someone stood up to her. Then let's do it. Together. The charity luncheon was packed. Sarah had done her job perfectly. Half the country club was there, including Patricia's closest friends. Patricia spotted us immediately. "Richard, Julia, what a surprise! I didn't know you were coming." "Sarah invited us," I said sweetly. "She thought it would be nice for us to support the cause together." "How thoughtful." Patricia's smile tightened. We sat at a prominent table. Richard squeezed my hand under the table. During the salad course, I spoke loudly enough for nearby tables to hear. "Patricia, I've been meaning to ask you something. Why did you feel the need to announce my former profession to everyone at our last lunch?" The nearby conversations quieted. "Julia, dear, I was simply what? Humiliating me? Trying to drive me away like you did Emma?" Patricia's face went white. "I don't know what you're talking about. Emma Reynolds, Richard's college girlfriend. You told her she was marrying up as a career strategy at a charity gala. Sound familiar?" "That girl was completely wrong for Richard. And Marcus, your niece's fiancé, you spread false cheating rumors to break them up." Gerald shifted uncomfortably. "Patricia, maybe we should stay out of this, Gerald." Patricia's voice turned icy. She stood up, looming over me. "You have no idea what you're talking about, you little gold digger." "Gold digger? Patricia, I own 3 cleaning businesses. I make 6 figures. I didn't marry Richard for money. I married him because I love him." "You're trash. You'll always be trash. You don't belong in this family, and I will make sure everyone knows it." Sarah stood up. "Patricia, that's enough." "Oh, Sarah, don't pretend to be noble. You're just bitter because your husband's business failed." "My husband's business is thriving, actually. But this isn't about me. This is about your pattern of abusing anyone who doesn't meet your impossible standards." Other members were watching now, phones out, some recording. Patricia's face flushed. "Richard, take me out of here. Now." "No, Mom. I'm staying with my wife." "Then you're choosing her over your family?" "I'm choosing decency over cruelty." Patricia's hand shot out and slapped Richard across the face. The crack echoed through the room. Gasps erupted. Richard touched his cheek, stunned. Patricia realized what she'd done. "Richard, I didn't mean—" "You hit him," I said, standing up. "In front of 100 witnesses. He provoked me. You both did. By telling the truth? By standing up to you?" Richard's voice was cold. "You just assaulted me, Mother." "Don't be dramatic. It was just a slap." "A slap is assault," Sarah said, and we all saw it. Patricia looked around wildly. Her friends were staring. Phones were recording. Gerald stood there, useless as always. "This is ridiculous," Patricia spat. "I'm leaving. Gerald, come on." "No," Gerald said quietly. Everyone turned to him. "No, Patricia. I've watched you hurt people for 30 years. I'm done." "You're choosing their side? I'm choosing to finally have a backbone. What you did, what you've been doing, it's wrong. I won't be part of it anymore." Patricia's face contorted with rage. She grabbed a champagne glass and threw it at the wall near my head. It shattered spectacularly. "You've ruined everything!" she screamed. "You're nothing! You hear me? Nothing!" Security was already moving toward us. The club manager appeared, looking mortified. "Mrs. Hastings, I'm going to have to ask you to leave." "I'm a founding member! You can't—" "You just assaulted your son and threw a glass at another member. Leave now or I'm calling the police." Patricia grabbed her purse. "You'll all regret this. Every single one of you." As she stormed out, Richard turned to me. "Are you okay?" "I'm perfect. But Richard, we're pressing charges. For assault." "Agreed? She's done hurting people." The police station was sterile and cold, but I'd never felt more certain about anything. "Mr. Hastings, can you describe what happened?" Detective Morrison asked. Richard touched his still red cheek. "My mother slapped me in front of over 100 people at the Westbridge Country Club charity luncheon. Then she threw a champagne glass at my wife. And you want to press charges?" "Yes, for assault." "Mrs. Hastings, do you corroborate this?" "Completely. I have video from 3 different people. The club's security cameras also caught everything." Detective Morrison nodded. "We'll need those videos and the security footage. Ma'am, I have to say, It's unusual for family members to press charges like this. Detective, my mother-in-law has been systematically harassing and threatening people for years. This assault is just the most visible act. We have documentation of her behavior going back a decade. Over the next 2 weeks, the case built momentum. The country club suspended Patricia's membership pending investigation. 6 former victims came forward with their own stories of her harassment and threats. Patricia's lawyer called Richard repeatedly. Mr. Hastings, your mother is willing to apologize and attend anger management counseling. Tell her I said no. She's your mother. She's an abuser. The answer is no. Patricia tried to contact me directly. I blocked her number. She sent letters. I returned them unopened. Finally, she showed up at our house. Richard and I were ready. Richard, please, I'm sorry. I know I went too far. I wanted to protect you. Protect me from what, Mom? From happiness? From someone who loves me? She's not right for our family. There is no our family anymore, Mom. You made sure of that. Please don't do this. Drop the charges. We can work this out. I stepped forward. Patricia, let me make this clear. We're not dropping anything. You're going to face consequences for once in your life. You don't get to apologize your way out of assault. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Destroying my life? No, Patricia. I'm protecting myself and everyone else you might hurt. There's a difference. I could make things very difficult for you, Julia. Is that a threat? Because the detective is going to love hearing about that. She deflated. What do you want from me? Nothing. I don't want apologies. I don't want reconciliation. I want you to leave us alone and face the legal consequences of your actions. Richard, you'd really send your own mother to court? Without hesitation. Goodbye, Mom. 3 months later, Patricia pled guilty to assault. She received probation, mandatory anger management, and a restraining order keeping her away from us. Monica and I celebrated over wine at my house. You did it, she said. You actually won. We all won. Emma's in therapy, finally processing what happened. Marcus reconnected with his ex-fiancée. Gerald left Patricia and is dating a lovely woman he met at his book club. And Richard? Happy. Really, genuinely happy. He said it's like a weight lifted. Sarah called while we were talking. Julia, the country club board met. Patricia's membership is permanently revoked. They're implementing new policies about member conduct because of what you exposed. That's incredible, Sarah. Thank you for everything. Thank you for having the courage to stand up to her. You inspired a lot of people. After everyone left, Richard and I sat on our porch watching the sunset. Do you ever regret it? He asked. Not even once. Some people think family means accepting abuse. But real family, the kind we're building, is about respect and love. I love you, Julia. I love you too, and I'm proud of us for not backing down. The next morning, I recorded a video about standing up to toxic family members. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is refuse to be treated poorly, even by people who think they have the right. What do you think? Should we always give family second chances? Or are there times when it's okay to walk away? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-life stories about standing up for yourself.